Monkey.
Here we go.
Till I'm finally here, performing for you.
If you know the words, you can join in too.
Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this monkey rap.
DK, Donkey Kong, DK, Donkey Kong is here.
Welcome back to Parallel Rosters, the series where we try to find different rosters that could have fit into Super Smash Bros. This time, we'll be taking a look at the DK franchise. Like in the Kirby episode, I feel like there really isn't much to say in terms of moveset for the characters that will be in this episode. The three characters that we already have in Smash are, as you know, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and King K. Rool. Obviously, the three characters that are in Smash currently are already well represented in Smash. Nothing much to say here, except maybe that I was really surprised and happy when K. Rool was announced. The next character is gonna be Dixie Kong. Still no surprise there, most definitely the most requested character from the DK franchise that isn't already in Smash. Being a well-established character of the speculation side of Smash Bros content, there's really nothing much I could say here that hasn't already been said by other and better content creators. So with that being said, let's move on to the next character, Funky Kong. Another no-brainer in my opinion, Funky Kong is really iconic and makes a lot of appearances in the DK franchise. His surfboard would obviously be the basis for his moveset, but he could also use his boot launcher for a special attack, and maybe even his airplane for a final smash. After that we have Cranky Kong. He would be using his Tropical Freeze moveset, basically using his cane for a variety of attacks like bouncing on it like a pogo stick, which would give him additional movement option on the ground. He would also be able to use his denture pop gun. It's called a pop gun, but it's basically just his cane. I guess they kept that name to keep it consistent with Diddy and Dixie Kong. Next we have Lord Frederick. What? A villain that isn't K. Rool? Impossible. When I saw that this was the boss for Tropical Freeze and that K. Rool was nowhere to be seen, I really thought it would be the end of K. Rool's relevancy, but I was obviously wrong. Frederick would charge with his helmet, use his horn cannon thing to summon ice dragons. He would also be able to turn the ground into ice, which would make him charge faster. He would also be the only Viking-inspired character in Smash. Okay, maybe this next one is going to be a bit more unexpected. It's DK Jr. From the 1982 title of the same name, DK Jr. is one of Nintendo's forgotten characters. We barely ever see him anymore, except in Mario Kart Tour apparently. I didn't know that before today. The reason I think we don't see more of him is because of the weirdness behind the fact that he's actually not the current DK, but actually his dad. He would be similar gameplay-wise to the current DK, but I think his gameplay would be really more focused on representing the different aspects of the arcade games. So he could, for example, throw a barrel like his father, or use traps of some sort. Alright, before we get to the last character, I wanted to get the honorable mention out of the way. First, the rest of the DK crew would have all been more sensible choices compared to the character I ended up going with. Also, Kiddy Kong is the only Donkey Kong Country character not included in this, but I feel that he was too redundant with DK Jr. Instead, the last character of this video is Taj the Genie. The character I ended up going with, to keep up the tradition of having at least one weird or unexpected character for each episode, is Taj the Genie from Diddy Kong Racing. I could have went with Whizpig instead, but seeing as we already had two antagonists, I wanted to have at least one character that wasn't a boss or a Kong. He would use his red carpet and a variety of other magical attacks for his moveset. Also, Taj might not have been just a throwaway Diddy Kong Racing character like some of the others, excluding Banjo and Conker obviously, and that's because he was one of the first characters to be shown out for the cancelled title Donkey Kong Racing. Of course we haven't seen him since, but it's interesting to think that he might have been more relevant if the game wasn't cancelled. there we have it. A bit of a shorter video compared to usual. I just feel like there was less to say about this franchise and its characters compared to previous videos. Also, I'm not the biggest DK fan in the world, so maybe that has to do with it. I really apologize. But yeah, overall I'm just glad to be back into content creation, and I hope the wait in between each episode will be shorter from now on. If you have any suggestion for the next episode, you can leave it in the comment section. Alright, goodbye, and don't forget to return to Monke.